Okay, America.
Welcome back, and thank you for once again joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews. This is Billy.
Mike.
And today we have Basil Hayden, a American bourbon, Scotch?
Bourbon.
Scotch? What is it? Tell us all about it,
This
Billy.
is a bourbon. So, 200 years ago, 1796 or something like that, a fellow named Basil Hayden, Sr., moved from Massachusetts to Connecticut and mixed it up. Because you know, bourbon is usually just corn, right? So
and made
this
in Kentucky,
guy,
right? No?
made in Kentucky.
Yes.
So this guy added small grain to his corn mash to create his own little blend of delicious yumminess right here. Okay, so this has been around. This has been around for over 200 years. This is one of my favorite go-to $35 bottle of whiskey ever.
That's 2016, Columbus, Ohio, Midwest, $36. I've had this whiskey before.
It's been the same price for 20 years. I don't even.
Fantastic. It is.
This is my thing.
It is 40% ABV,
Not much.
80 proof. How old is this whiskey?
Typically, your average whiskey is about 8 years old.
This whiskey is 8 years old.
Your average, and that's probably what this is. They don't really say.
The average whiskey
They
that's in the
round
bottle.
about. They round about 8.
So basically, there could be some 5-year-old whiskey. There was going to be some 13-year-old whiskey,
Yep.
but it averages 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. And that's just pretty much standard.
And that's made in good old-fashioned American oak.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
Type of oak that built the railroads in America.
I'm talking about yes. Yes.
The White House.
So anyway, this is one of my just go-to. There, I can't remember a time when I didn't drink this.
You were the first person to actually turn me on to this
Yeah.
whiskey, and I got to tell you, I was initially extremely impressed. But now that we give him a little bit about the so is this distilled in the New England area?
No. He moved from there in the late 1700s to Kentucky.
So that's why you can call it a bourbon,
Right.
Because he makes it in Kentucky.
Yes.
Because that's what a bourbon is. It's a whiskey made in Kentucky, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Am I right?
That's right. George Washington was president when he started making this. When Basil Hayden started making this particular bourbon, George Washington was president.
That's
Powerful.
That's a great factoid.
Yeah, and I like George Washington.
George Washington was
He
awesome.
had cool ass hair, and I feel like he's one
Unless
of
you're a
those
Brit, then he was probably a treasonous
Yeah,
traitor.
they
But
probably-
hey, in America, your traitors are our heroes.
debatable.
Now we're drinking out of some really interesting glasses that Billy got us.
We're gonna do a video just about glass.
Just about the glasses, but essentially it would essentially equate to a Glencairn with a bulbous bottom and kind of curves up inside, and then a second glass on the outside, which
like a double pane window. It's hollow.
right, so you can like grab all over it and not warm up your whiskey.
Yeah.
That's the positive of
We
it.
are into.
Being an American Neanderthal, I like to come up and just grab my
Yeah.
whiskey off the bar.
That's how we do it in America, and then shoot some fireworks out of my butt.
That's why I'm wearing the true American shirt.
America,
The
you
plaid
need some red
shirt.
on.
I'm gonna grab this, grab my Basil Hayden, aged average of 8 years. I'm gonna give it a smell.
It doesn't. Now this is not a complex. This is $35, folks. This is not a
my
super
God.
complex, super crazy.
This is soft and sweet. This is a beautiful nose on it.
There's a hint of like, I feel like angels pee in the barrels and then they make the whiskey.
Well, if angels pee vanilla and caramel, that's what it is.
There's a mintiness there. There's a mintiness.
Mint. Okay, wait a second.
Yeah.
There's a cooling smell, which
Yeah.
I think is
Like a pepperminty, not so much a spearminty.
it's almost like a menthol smell.
Yeah, right.
Like a fresh menthol tobacco.
Good. It's good. It's so good.
The first time you turned me on this whiskey, I was super impressed with the bar. But I always, if I've had a few drinks at the bar and you give me something, I'm like, wow, it's awesome.
It could be anything, yeah.
It could be anything, right?
Just like that average girl at the bar, and then you have a few drinks, and she's like,
Or you wake up the next morning and be like, oh,
she's a 10.
a goddamn sea donkey just jumped out of my bed.
Sea Donkey. Sea Donkey is the name of this video.
Have you ever seen the movie? I can't remember the movie, but it basically said you need good lighting in a bar because you know, dancing with a girl, think she's a 7 or an 8,
Next
get
thing
her
you know,
home.
you're dances with wolves.
Yeah, and next thing you know, goddamn sea donkey jump in your car the next day.
Sea Donkey can get a fucking Uber. So anyway,
I have no idea what the point of that was.
it doesn't matter. It's whiskey.
Oh, I don't like to try it once I've had a few drinks.
True.
So this is relatively sober. Relatively.
She never lies though. This guy never lies.
It's
you're gonna,
sweet and
I
it's
think you're gonna
soft.
enjoy the finish on this. I think you're gonna enjoy
It's
the
so
finish.
sweet and so soft.
Yeah, put it in your mouth. Just put it right in your mouth.
Hold on, I want to get a few more things on nose. I'm getting vanilla. I'm getting caramel. I'm getting a soft red overripe apple. Not in a negative way.
No.
Not like a rotten red apple.
Not a golden delicious. No.
No. It's not tart.
No.
It's not sour. It's not sour. It's a deep red apple.
Like when it gets past the point of crunchy, because it's almost like it's
Right.
bad.
When it's ready, if anyone bakes out there, when it's ready for a pie, a red apple, that's what I'm talking about. I grew up with 5 sisters.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Grandma, mom, they like to bake. I know what a pie-ready apple is. If you know what a pie-ready apple is,
Yep, it's in there.
It's in there. Caramel, vanilla. You said basic at the first. I don't think this is very basic. This has 5 layers at least.
It's not over the top though. It's not over the top.
We're to Scotch. Let's give it a taste.
I had an option to send Tiffany down to my cousin. She's in Florida.
So soft. Honey. I pick up honey on the palate where I didn't pick it up on the nose. I'm picking honey, a carameled honey with some vanilla coming in on about just right after it.
Yes. Yes.
A little bit of oak at the end.
Burnt brownie. Burnt brownie.
A brown sugar characteristic.
I'm thinking like that hard piece in the corner.
It's brown sugar. Like you would put on a sweet potato. That's the finish. It's a light brown sugar finish. It's almost as if you took brown sugar and put in maybe 10% white sugar and mixed it all together and threw it on a sweet potato.
Yep.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
God, this is a good whiskey.
I'm trying to tell you.
This is a good whiskey.
For $35.
Pour it in a little more if you would, sir.
Yeah.
I want to put a little water and see if it opens up with the water because, again, I was getting vanilla and caramel on the nose. On the palate, it confirmed the vanilla and caramel. It also added a few nice things. Number 1, the apple.
Oh, that is.
Number 2,
You getting that mintiness? You getting that mintiness?
I don't know. There's some type of a cooling smell to it. I'm not getting much mintiness on the palate, but on the nose,
I could have just cleaned my teeth kind of thing going on.
it has a very clean, smooth, gentle feel. But I think it is a medium aggressive whiskey. But just the parts that are aggressive are vanilla, caramel, and honey.
Yeah.
Vanilla, caramel, and honey.
This may be my new mouthwash. Is that legal?
God, you know what? I generally speaking only keep scotches on my bar. Basil Hayden, how much again?
$35.
American?
$35.
If you're in the UK,
You can't not do that.
I know I've mocked this before in the past. When you're in the UK, this is roughly like a 20 pound bottle, 22 pound bottle. Of course, you have to have some import or some shipping charges. But you know, if you're in the UK and want a good example of a space side American bourbon. If you like a Balvenie that's an older Balvenie, a 17-year-old double wood or a 15-year-old single barrel oak cask, I believe you would like this one. I'm a big fan of the Balvenie. I'm a big fan of the Glenfiddich, the Dave Stewart distilleries. Well, they're not Dave Stewart's distilleries, but he was the malt master there for many years.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in another video. But if you like that style of vanilla and honey with a little bit of caramel added to it, I feel fairly confident in recommending that if you like a single malt scotch from Balvenie or Glenfiddich, you'll enjoy this quite a bit. Let's see
if you buy a bottle and you hate it, send it to us.
The boy lives with his friend.
You can send it to us.
Yeah, with tape.
We'll even pay the shipping. You can COD.
Tape $100
Cash
bill
on
on the
delivery.
back of it and send it to us.
Or just send it to us.
Yeah, whatever.
I tell you what, with the water, like with most whiskeys, it opened up. It's sweeter now.
You get
The
more of that.
vanilla and caramel are super forward now.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
It is.
Like I want a girl to look like this so I can date her.
And you know what? I know we didn't do the color, but I don't know if American whiskeys are color usually are. But this is a beautiful, somewhere between gold and caramel. I'm not exactly sure. Between gold and caramel. That's what this is right here. This is a really, really nice whiskey and a fine example of a well done American whiskey.
The apple comes out a lot more.
Okay, so do you think, are you getting green apple or red apple? Give me your
Definitely red. Definitely red apple. It might be even a little pearish. You know? It's good. It's got that grit. Definitely get more of that. I don't know if I want to say caramel or burnt sugar or like. I feel like the edge of the cookie pan where you're baking the brownies, that hard, crispy brownie part. Like I'm feeling.
It's got a remembrance of a couple of things, like the brown sugar with a little bit of white sugar in it. What Billy was just talking about, the caramel, the burnt edges.
Yes.
That's on the edge, on the lingering palate.
Yes.
Initially, what I get, especially on the palate, is vanilla. Honey gets added, but it's nowhere on the nose to me. The honey is nowhere on the nose.
Yeah.
But as soon as I take it in,
Definitely clover.
The honey.
Definitely a clover honey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clove maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely the honey and the clove comes strong.
There's a spice
Initially.
at the end there, though. There's a spice on the end of that.
You know what this is like? This is like in terms of balance. This is like a Highland Park, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Not drying or anything like that, but Highland Park to me is balance. Like we start at the 18, 21, 25s. It's balance. It's 3, 4, 5 legs, and everyone is equal.
Yep.
And that's what this whiskey is. This is a piece of work right here.
That's beautiful.
This is a well-crafted American bourbon that gives you a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of honey, a little bit of
It will get you drunk. I've been witness to this myself many times.
And I know we're trying to keep these videos to 12 minutes, so Billy, I'm going to give this just an overall whiskey score of an 89. And that's any whiskey.
Okay.
I like it that well. You know what it is? It's a strong Balvenie. If this was being able to age 18 or 20 years like a good Balvenie or good Glenfiddich, it would be. It's equal, if not it's superior, in my opinion.
This is, you're going to go play poker with the guys or have some cigars, and you don't want to spend a ton of money, but you want everybody to be happy.
Whiskey. I would, if you're a whiskey fan of any kind.
I've dated women who love this. They'll put an ice cube in theirs usually, but I've dated plenty of women who absolutely love this.
But for those of you who are single malt Scotch aficionados or lovers, know that you can drink this straight. This is a absolute gem of a whiskey.
Not too high alcohol. I'm right there with you.
But you know what? That's why I'd watered a lot of whiskeys, because I know that Scotches are a higher proof. I know we're running long on this video, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I feel this type of whiskey deserves a long run.
Anything's low.
Usually, you know, if you have something at 40%, you don't have to water it down that much.
Yeah.
And that's true with this one. And I do say a couple of drops of water or a splash of water will open it up as far as the lighter, fruitier. Get more vanilla, more caramel, more honey out of it.
Yep.
But this is a gem to drink neat.
It feels good.
It feels good to really review an American
I'm sad I didn't get to swallow because I have to drive a long way and go hunting tomorrow morning.
So Bill's got to keep it relatively.
But I'm going to keep this, and when I come back, I'm going to drink it in a few days. Okay, that's they believe me. I'm not going to do that.
No, but
Raven's going to drink it.
But Billy's had this whiskey many times. It's one of Billy's favorite whiskeys. He turned me on to this whiskey. I remember we first started talking about.
I'm getting you this for your birthday present.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's not till August, but
I'm going to get it now.
it's good timing on you.
Yeah.
This whiskey right here is one of 3 whiskeys when we were talking about initially starting this channel where we said,
Yep.
show me some American bourbons and whiskeys that you like. And you gave me 3 if you remember.
Yeah.
Give me a Bullet Bourbon. I can't remember what this other one was.
Baby bourbon.
Hudson Baby Bourbon, which will bring you as well. And this Basil Hayden. And even, I was impressed with all 3.
No, it wasn't Bullet. It was Woodford. Woodford Reserve.
Woodford Reserve. I stand corrected. That's absolutely right. Bullet's also a good one, but Woodford Reserve also.
We'll get
and
there.
of those 3 that I enjoyed greatly, come from someone who's had 150 different single malt scotches to begin with, who has a developed palate, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with this Basil Hayden, even over the other 2. And I got to tell you, if you're a whiskey fan, you owe it to yourself to try this whiskey.
You better get it in your mouth.
And Basil Hayden, if you're watching our video, I mean, really, do I have to really go further than that? This is a gratuitous plug.
Right. Send us free stuff, Basil Hayden.
Send us free stuff, Basil Hayden, because you make a quality product.
All right, guys. I gotta go deer hunting. I gotta pack up. You know how we sign off here. You know how we sign off.
Once again, we thank you for joining us for one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews, and as always, we wish you happy drinking.